All right, so this originally wasn't going to be the first mod I did to this car, performance-wise, but I was browsing through Facebook Marketplace and I found this on there for 150 bucks. Well, he wanted 200, but I paid 150, so couldn't really pass it up. Open this up. We had it on the car for less than 1,000 miles. And it came with everything. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on and see how it sounds. So as far as installing this, it's not too much. A lot of it is a screwdriver to take this off, put the box in there, but pretty much from here over is coming out. And of course we're gonna reuse the sensor. So let's go ahead and start taking things. So as I said, pretty much everything is a Phillips screwdriver. The first thing I removed was the sensor and I put it out of place. You want to make sure you don't get it dirty or break it. That's why it's the first thing I removed. Next is going to be the intake arm. Just loosen 2 screws, loosen up the bands, and then pull it right off. And then from there, we'll pull off the air box. All right, so once you have the intake arm off, this is where you'll move into the air box. And then for this, you're actually going to have to pull out the 10 millimeter. You're going to have a bolt down here and another one right there. Like a lot of Hondas, the great thing about it is they stuck to the 10 millimeter. So pretty much everything on this car is a 10 millimeter as far as working around the outside of the engine. So something I always liked about this is they kept it consistent. All right, so once you got these 2 bolts loose, one down there and one right there, the 10 millimeters. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pull up, and there's a rubber grommet that's holding it in. So you may have to go back and forth a little bit. I did, and then once you do that, it's pretty much just gonna come straight out. So from there, you see you got plenty of room to work with. Compared to most Hondas, the newer ones have really cramped engine bays. But let's go ahead and start putting the new one. So as I said, I did buy this used. It was on the car for about 1,000 miles for the previous owner. So basically the way this first part goes in is it has a little knob right here on the bottom, and that's actually gonna go right in there, just gonna sit in. So let's see if we can do this one-handed. It's gonna take 2 hands. All right, so we have it in. And the reason for that it inserts down there is, one, that keeps it in place once you have the arm on here. And then 2, if you look down there, which is very dark, that's actually where the airflow comes up, the fresh, cold air, to the actual intake. So from here, we're just gonna throw on the arm and then we'll reinstall the sensor. All right, so here is the final product with everything installed, from the arm, sensor, to the intake. Box itself, it looks really good, and this install only takes probably 5 minutes at tops, especially when you're considering taking things off. But it's really about 5 minutes of work to put this on. One thing it doesn't have that the original box has is an actual mount for the sensor. So it kind of just, the wiring actually hangs off on the side, which is not a big deal. And you can actually take this off if you really wanted, because it's just to clamp it on. But overall, it looks good. So from here, we'll go ahead and start it up and see how it sounds. So this is the sound of the engine with the new intake. So idle, there's really no difference. So as far as revving, hey, rev it up a little bit. Something a little bit from the box, so there is a change of sound. I think the real change is, the real noticeable difference in sound is going to be driving. So in another video, I'll do it where we hear the intake noise and stuff like that. But this is pretty much just a down and dirty quick video on how to install the engine intake. on your 10th gen FK7. So thanks for watching.